So, I get it, you're ambitious and you have big dreams and goals, but the problem you face on the journey is you kinda know what to do, you see others take the steps, you go out there, take action, but you're not making enough progress and you start doubting yourself, you procrastinate and you ask yourself, why does it have to be so hard? You just seem to lack the confidence to fully step in. The answer to that question are limiting beliefs, and that's why in today's video I'm going to talk about number 1, how you can identify the limiting beliefs that are holding you back, number 2, how to change the limiting beliefs, and number 3, how to really sustain the new empowering beliefs in order to achieve your goals easier and faster than ever before. Step number 1, identify your limiting beliefs. When I started off on my YouTube journey in December 2020, it was when I created my first YouTube video after months of struggle and internal battles. So I thought I overcame the major obstacle of producing the first YouTube video. But I was still struggling on the next videos. Whenever I was working on those videos, I always had this thought come up like, you are not good enough, your English is not good enough, or you don't know what you're doing. And I had a lot of internal obstacles. So in order to really change our limiting beliefs that are deeply seated in our mind, we have to get aware. Because if you are not aware of what is truly holding you back, you will always have one foot on the gas pedal and the other foot on the brake. A lot of self-sabotage happens because we are totally unaware of our limiting beliefs and thinking. Because the thing with limiting beliefs is that most of the time they are not obvious. They are in the subconscious mind and we are not even aware of that. That's why you have to examine your thoughts and behaviors whenever you're working on your goals. When you are on the path, it's normal to have negative thoughts and feelings. The key is to listen to the signal and identify what are your limiting beliefs. So to give you an example, when I was working on those YouTube videos, I would always hear the voice in the back of my head like, you're not good enough, you're an imposter, you don't know what you're talking about. This is the signal. So you want to pay close attention to that and write it down because these are your limiting beliefs. So one of them, I said it many times, was my English is not good enough. But if you look even deeper and examine it even more, truly what I'm saying is I'm not good enough. So you really have to become more thoughtful and conscious about your thoughts and behaviors. So you want to write down all your limitations, limiting thoughts that persist over and over again. And you will find that signal. When you work on your goals, you will see something pops up over and over again. Maybe it's a belief related to money. Sometimes what is very paradoxical is most people, they want to make more money, but they have maybe some limiting beliefs like money is the root of all evil. And these are some conflicting things in ourselves that really cause us to self-sabotage. So number 2, challenge the belief. So after you have identified your limiting beliefs, you want to question them and really examine them even further. For example, for me it was I'm not good enough. So when I was working on those YouTube videos, I always had this itch and this feeling that what I'm saying is not good enough. And I asked myself, is this really true? So for me back then, I was sharing my insights and experiences in relation to personal development information. The thing is this, the more you question your limiting beliefs, the weaker they get. You'll see more evidence that they are not accurate and they are not true. And you start to see and break the illusion of those limiting beliefs. So in my case here, I asked myself even further, am I really not good enough to produce YouTube videos? And then I slowly started to realize that sharing your stuff online is a good thing. People can benefit that are on the same path. Step number 3, rewrite the limiting beliefs. So after you have gained some awareness and you actually know that your limiting beliefs are not true, you want to rewrite them. There are a couple of things you can do. The easiest way is when, for example, when we take the limiting belief of I'm not good enough. This is a belief that many people have, unfortunately, even if you're conscious or not conscious of it, because this is one of the core limiting beliefs for most people. Because if you say my English is not good enough, really what you're saying is in relation to the YouTube videos is I'm not good enough. Now here what you want to do is to rewrite all the limiting beliefs into more empowering ones. You can do the opposite from I'm not good enough to I'm good enough, as cheesy and cringy as this sounds. So one limiting belief that I had in the earlier stage of the journey is I don't have the tactics and strategies to succeed. I really thought I didn't have the strategies to succeed on YouTube and in this online game. So the simple solution in that case is I have the strategies and tactics to succeed. Now you might be able to write out something like this along those lines, but I felt very uncomfortable in this exercise because I needed some proof. That's why a because comes in. So the more powerful way that I found in my personal journey is to add a because after the new belief. For example, I have the strategies and tactics to succeed because I'm listening to the leading mentors in my field. This is exactly what I've written down, and then when you add a because, it will make more sense and it will feel less cringy and uncomfortable. uncomfortable, because you really have to shift your thinking from a limited perspective to a more empowering one. You have to train yourself to see different perspectives. Otherwise, we are always in the shackles of our mind, all those negative thoughts and self-talk. Step number 4, make an action plan. Now, this is half of the work, rewriting your limiting beliefs, gaining more clarity, but we have to take physical action. In order to truly believe the new beliefs that we want to install, our mind has to look for proof. And the best proof is by confirming it with aligned action. So you want to create a mini plan on your limiting beliefs. For example, when I said I have the tactics and strategies to succeed because I'm listening to the leading mentors, I had to back that up. Otherwise, it was just some fluffy concept in my mind. So what I did back then is every morning I said to myself, I want to master the basics of social media. So 20 minutes each morning, I was researching YouTube stuff. I was researching courses that I can take. I was listening to thought leaders in the YouTube and social media space. So ask yourself, what are the small immediate steps that I can take right now in order to confirm the new belief? Otherwise, you always have this dissonance. Step number 5, repeat the process. Changing your limiting beliefs is a continuous process, because on the journey you will always level up, and they say a new level, new devil. So you have to constantly reframe your thinking to a perspective that is more empowering and actually moves you towards your goals. Because when we act in accordance to our new beliefs, we'll build up self-confidence, consistency, and this will keep us going. And the more you do this, the more it becomes a habit. And once it becomes a habit, it will be much easier to really reframe and really change your limiting beliefs, because you will do this in real time. And the other fact is, when you change your core limiting beliefs, like I showed you today, things will get easier, your thoughts will be more positive. This is the biggest benefit of changing your limiting beliefs. And changing and reframing your limiting beliefs is only one part of the equation. I put together a very tactical video that is very complementary to this one. I think I titled it How to Reprogram Your Mind by Talking to Yourself. It is about how you can use self-talk and affirmations. These are extremely powerful tools that help me really overcome many obstacles and actually be on the path to success. So, as always, let me know in the comment section below your biggest takeaway. I read all through your comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you haven't already, and I see you in this one.